All right, you guys. I did something today that was totally stupid. Can you imagine how stupid a guy could get? I tried to get because I'm in a wheelchair, I tried to get one of those government buses paid by for the city. Pay the same thing for the bus, but it gets me 8 blocks closer to home to catch a bus. So I figured, well, 8 blocks, that means I don't have to sit in the rain so long. But here I am, no rain. It was a nice sunny day, and they get me on this bus. I got to go take a test to ride a bus that I already ridden a billion times. They want to know if I can run my wheelchair. I've already used 2 whole bus passes up. $40 worth of bus passes, and I gotta go take this test. Well, it's keeping people to work, I'm thinking, but it's your government waste. But when I was down there at the center, there was people that didn't even know how to drive their wheelchairs, didn't know how to adjust the brakes on their walkers. I mean, there's a real purpose to be able to test people. But testing somebody like me was as stupid as you could get. I mean, we're talking stupid. It's just like me right now. I got the TV going on behind me. My roommate didn't shut it down. Now I can't even find it. He hides it on the couch where I can't get to it. I hope you guys can hear me. My stupid roommate hides something that I can't get to in my wheelchair. But I gotta grab it. Shut the shit down. He's not even in the room listening to it. But he's making noise with it. Shut up, TV. I'm on YouTube. I ain't gonna give him back the remote until he takes care of this shit. Was it in a place where Gordy could reach it all the time, or it stays in the same room? Yeah, he could have hollered. Ah, shut up. You old son bitch. Okay, I had to shut down the TV because I figured this might screw it up. I don't know. But here I am, and I was talking the government. I mean, I spent 3 of the boringest hours of my whole life sitting down there, listening to all these poor old people, and they're all negative. I was drained in a couple of minutes. These guys got to learn to smile and have good time with what they got, not with what they lost. What they lost is already done and over with. What you got is what you got to deal with. I met a lot of sweet people down there, but they were boring and shit, and everyone I touched just drained my energy. Ugh. I rolled 4 cigarettes to go down for an hour, have an interview, and go back. And I wanted to be dropped off at my donut shop to have a cup of coffee and a Dunkin' Donut, and they had to pick me back up at the same place that they picked me up at, which wasn't my address. I don't even know the people who live there, but it was the closest address I could come up with. Now and you know what I did in the interview? They asked me my name and where I lived, which they already have. Why would they ask me again? They already got it. And where do I live? Well, I told them where I lived. I lived down the street that you guys used to go to that you quit going to. Talk about a waste of taxpayers' money. You guys are paying for this government bullshit. And they had 8 guys walking around there, and probably 10 girls walking around there. And only 2 of them are working at interviewing all these people sitting around there being handicapped, trying to. I mean, some of them had to reschedule because they didn't figure it. You couldn't sit in that chair that long. I'm lucky enough to get strong enough. I tour every day, man. I'm on my way. I'm going to walk before the end of this year. I guarantee it. But these people, they don't even know what they're doing. Somebody's got to be a handicapped guy that runs this outfit. All they have to do is understand. I go outside of this bus place where they're teaching you how to be a handicapped guy or checking it, and I'm waiting for a ride home. And 4 buses come by. I could have got on and been home instead of waiting. But I figured I'd do their government shit. So I sat there and I waited. And it was sunny outside, so I was outside. I didn't want to be inside with all the depressed people. So I'm sitting outside and I'm running around with that wheelchair. And one end of where they are, they got about 10 feet of no concrete. So you got to go down in the mud. Whoever designed this building didn't add that extra 10 feet. And when you go down in the mud, that mud comes home with you, and it's in your house when you're stuck in a chair. I mean, I have to drive in the streets. And I'm not fast enough to go as fast as the cars. I probably have to be the driver's license to do that. But I drive on the side of the road where I'm facing the traffic, because there's idiots out there that don't see you, even at day. At nights, I got lights, just Christmas lights going around me, because the sun goes down early nowadays around Washington. And it's dangerous when you don't have sidewalks. And they don't even know how to build a sidewalk. They put these expansion joints in, which are great. That keeps concrete from breaking. All they have to do is put concrete over top of the expansion joint. It's real thin. It's real easy. It'll only last about 4 years. And it'll break apart. But for 4 years, a handicapped guy don't have to go down the goddamn brand new sidewalk and go boom, 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 boom. You know how bad that is for your body when you hit those boom, 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 boom city. Try to go a block on that when you're hurt. Somebody's got to be handicapped telling these guys how to do the shit. I call them both I live up Spanaway. Okay, in Spanaway, it's the Tacoma side of the truth. But on Pacific Avenue, it's the government side. So I had to talk to 2 people. And I got an extra chair. Well, I did, but now it's broke. But I had an extra chair. And I was going to have this guy come meet me. I'd go buy him goddamn lunch and a cup of coffee and a donut or whatever he wanted. Just to sit in that goddamn chair and go for a ride with me. And he just blew me off. My God, why did he blow me off? He might have learned something about how we have I got to drive in the middle of the street to go to my Safeway store. I mean, I got to be dead center in the middle of the street in this turning lane. And everybody looks like me. What are you doing in the middle of the street in a wheelchair? Well, bullshit. There should be a place for a wheelchair to go. I mean, I paid enough taxes in my life. I should have a straight lane from my house. And then they put a new school in and did all this work. and they put asphalt as the roadway, which is the best road because it'll bend. Concrete roadways don't bend. The asphalt ones get cracked, but they last a lot longer, and all you got to do is put some more asphalt on them. And they use fancy, and you come up to a stop sign, and they put the buttons in the wrong place. All they'd have to do is run around a wheelchair and realize to make it simple, especially an electric one. I mean, you got 10 miles. You don't have time to run over here and get a goddamn button that's in the wrong place when they got the other button to go the other way right there by you. Why don't they put them all on one post close? I mean, even the guy at the handicap place that I went to today, the door opener thing, they got all these signs all over the place. They even got this idiot looking thing that's a bus drawn in metal, and it's real. You can see it's real classic. It has no function, none. It's a decoration for the place, which is cool. But why didn't they put it in the right place with the buttons to open the door instead of putting the buttons to open the door? If you go to the door, the buttons are on the right instead of where the door is. Who looks to the right when you're trying to go in the left-hand door? Some idiot that can't think because he's not in a wheelchair. God, who writes these all darn rules? Have any of you guys out there been in a wheelchair and tried to take a shit in some of these bathrooms? There's some good ones, but there's some, whoever passes the law, when you go in a door, push the door in, and then you got to grab the door and back up to pull it back open, and there's no room to back up. You got to just sit there and pound on the door and hope for somebody to come in so you can get out. And some logical person okayed that it's handicap accessible. Whoever's doing this shit is stupid. I mean, I'm talking plain ass dumb. But back to where I started. After I got back from the shuttle today, who made me go back to where I was for some sort of insurance reasons. They had to pick me up at one place, and unless I called 2 days ahead of time and said I wanted to be dropped off this other place, they just couldn't drop me off where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to my donut shop, have a cup of coffee and a donut, after wasting my goddamn time doing the government shit. But no, they wouldn't drop me off there. I had to go clear back to where they picked me up for their insurance to cover their ass. Insurance, they were just making money off the people. What a waste of goddamn time. Just because you're handicapped don't mean you have to tell them ahead of time where you're going. Why is that? I mean, you can change your bus stops and get up anywhere you want, as long as you get enough juice in your batteries to get home. Okay, but they dropped me off where I left me, and I'm headed back to try to get to my donut shop. And I go by my nephew's place, my nephew Vince. And as I'm across the road from his house, I'm getting ready to go in this driveway, and there's this giant big yellow truck backing into his driveway. And I know he's got to have a new motor put in his Nissan. So I'm thinking, this guy has no signs in this great big yellow van. I mean, it's bigger than a UPS van. And he's backing in this little teeny driveway. There's no way my wheelchair will fit around either side. So I'm not going to go visit my nephew. But my nephew actually stuck his head out the door to see what the van was doing. the guy that was delivering his motor up for his new Nissan and putting it in. And so I got to talk to him from across the street. I didn't get to go visit him. That was my plan. But then I headed to my coffee shop, and I got to a corner. I either go this way or this way. And if I go this way, I'm not going to make it home. I don't have enough battery. So I didn't get to go have my